What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another special Off the Grid episode of Think About It, where I reveal revelations that I wasn't able to have until I actually physically left society and lived 100% cut off from humans for 8 years. With me, as always, my co-host, Evie the Deer. Faith is in the background. You'll see more from her soon. Today on Think About It, we're talking about how men yell all the time. Think about it. Think about it. So, yeah, men yell. We yell at our wives. We yell at work. We yell at our children. My dad did it to my mom. Your dad did it. And I never realized until very recently that it wasn't actually okay. It was just kind of the way. We saw it on TV and movies, and that's a cycle. My dad did it. So I do it. My son will do it to his wives. His sons will do it to their wives. Your brothers will do it to their wives. All men do and have done it for a million years. And most likely, if you choose to get married to, if you ladies out there choose to get married to one of us, you're going to have to, at some point in your marriage, at some point in your life, deal with us yelling at you. Not saying it's right, but that's what you're going to have to go through. Recently, I started working on not yelling, not because I thought it was wrong or right. It wasn't until recently I realized that it was not only not right, it was completely unacceptable. We can't do that. Yes, yelling is a very natural method for men to release emotions and feelings. For women, it's crying. And in that way, there's absolutely nothing wrong with us yelling. But the structure of society and the direction it's going will not tolerate men yelling at women or kids any longer. So if you want to continue to live as a society, or just to better yourself, you're going to have to change it. Now, yelling and the amount we yell is based a lot on the levels of testosterone and estrogen the person has going on in their body at any one point. Men have estrogen too, just like women have. Not much, but some. Just like women have some testosterone. So sometimes, not very often, women yell, and men again, not often, cry. If you're a woman, you might yell more if you have more testosterone. And a male might cry more if he has a little bit higher levels of estrogen. It also has a lot to do with society and the stresses it prevents and your job. Right now, the number one profession that's reported for spousal abuse is law enforcement. Soldiers come second, and sports players third. But it makes sense. If you're a cop, you're trained to yell. You're trained to get physical and intimidate. That's your job. And more times than not, it's what you're doing all day long. And there's no flipping that switch and turning that off at 5 o'clock. Same with soldiers and football players. They're trained to yell and push and get aggressive, to fight. 5 o'clock comes around, no light switch to flip. So ladies, if you don't like or don't want your male partners yelling at you, you really need to marry someone with a passive profession. Poet, writer, comedian, clown, potter. Because at 5 o'clock, there's no flipping that switch. Again, as always, do not believe anything you're told. Think for yourself and question everything. Help me stop sentient enslavement by hitting the subscription and like buttons below. Think about it.